So you found yourself a harmonium, and you may have noticed that there's an enormous temple surrounding it, and a pujari looking you right in the face, smiling, saying, "Okay, it's time to sing the songs." And you're thinking, "Geez, I really don't know how to do that." Well, I just want to give you a couple of tips about harmoniums in general, and I'll use some of the temple songs as examples. It's important to keep the flow of air going smoothly with the left hand, so it's a quick release and a slow push. You don't need to push hard to get a lot of air. Second thing is, always have at least one note down at a time, one time, because if you let go, then there's air pushing through nothing and it blows out the bellows. When you're playing a melody, if we're in C, which we're in, pretty much you want to play the root and the fifth. In this case it's C and G. And if the melody is kind of getting in the way of the root, then you're free to move that. Just make sure you hold the fifth. So Arati ki jai Hanuman. So you can just keep the fifth down while you're doing melodies with the finger that was playing the root. And if your melody ends up venturing higher and gets in the way of the fifth, then you have to keep the root down and you can let go of the fifth. And then as soon as you go back to the root, you keep the fifth down. So the important thing is that you always have at least the root or the fifth droning. It takes a little bit of work to figure out for each song when you're going to transition from the root to the fifth as far as the droning goes. Like in the Shri Ram Chandrashtakam. Now we're going to go to the holding the root as the drone. And then we switch. So you always have at least one note droning besides the melody note, and it depends upon where the melody is, which note you drone. And then you're golden. You're an expert harmonium player. Om.